Okay, let's unpack this. Get ready for a bit of a mind blower, actually.
Oh,
By 2021, estimates were already pinning the number of digital nomads at over a billion.
a billion. Wow.
Yeah. And fast forward to now, and we're looking at something like 1.6 billion people globally who are, embracing this lifestyle.
That's staggering.
It really is. And forget that sort of stock image, the laptop on the beach.
Right, the cliche.
Exactly. This is a hugely diverse group, professionals from all sorts of fields who've essentially cut the cord to the traditional office.
What's really striking to me is just the speed, the scale of this shift globally.
Hmm.
We're genuinely witnessing a fundamental change in how a pretty significant slice of the world's workforce is thinking about careers, about life itself.
Totally agree. And for this deep dive, we're really zeroing in on the heart of it all.
Okay?
Specifically, why Thailand, and particularly the city of Chiang Mai, has become such a powerful magnet for these location-independent folks.
Right. The Chiang Mai phenomena.
We've sifted through quite a bit of information to try and understand the appeal, the practical side of things, and even some of the, let's say, unexpected challenges people face when they mix work and travel there.
And if you think about the underlying forces, technology is clearly the engine here, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Laptops, reliable internet becoming so widespread, it's basically redrawn the map of the workplace for millions.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you listening in, our aim is to really get under the skin of this whole digital nomad thing. We want to explore what actually motivates people, what the lifestyle looks like day to day, and really pinpoint what makes Thailand such a special draw.
Going beyond the surface level.
Exactly. Not just skimming the travel blogs. We're diving deep to get at the why behind it all and the real experiences people are having, these modern day adventurers.
So it begs the question then, who are these digital nomads, really? It's easy to just picture one type of person, but the reality, as our sources show, is, much more varied.
Absolutely. And that's such a key point to get right away.
Yeah.
It's definitely not just writers or Instagrammers.
Right.
Our research shows this real mix. You've got graphic designers, software engineers, marketing consultants, VAs, professionals from a massive range of industries.
And different backgrounds, too, right?
Totally. You might find someone backpacking super frugally right next to someone who's built this successful online business and is enjoying a different kind of financial freedom.
But the common thread, the thing that links them all, is that core idea. Location independence.
Yeah.
Enabled by tech. That laptop, that internet connection, those are the basic tools letting them decouple work from a specific place.
Precisely. And what that opens up is the chance to combine earning a living with things that, let's face it, really appeal to a lot of us.
Like travel.
Like travel, yeah. And really immersing yourself in different cultures, having these unique moments that you just can't get stuck in a 9-to-5 office routine.
And when we look at the drivers, what makes people want this, our research kept pointing towards that desire for freedom, flexibility.
Control over work-life balance.
Exactly. And maybe most powerfully, that call of adventure, personal growth that comes from stepping outside the familiar.
Okay, so we have a sense of who these nomads are now. Thailand, why there?
Right.
And Chiang Mai specifically. Our sources actually called it the ultimate utopia. That's a pretty strong statement.
It is. And what's fascinating about Chiang Mai, I think, is how it manages to blend that old world, ancient tradition feel with, all the modern conveniences you need.
That mix.
Yeah, that combination seems to really hit a sweet spot. It caters to that desire for cultural richness, but also the practical stuff you need for remote work. It's not one or the other.
Exactly. And it's not just the vibe, is it? The information we looked at really stresses the sheer volume of resources that have sprung up.
Like co-working spaces.
Yeah, tons of co-working spaces. Places where collaboration and new ideas can actually happen. It's more than just finding a desk. It feels like plugging into a whole ecosystem.
And alongside the work stuff, there's the local culture itself. The chance to genuinely connect with Thai people, maybe take part in local festivals or rituals. That adds a depth, a sense of belonging that's really appealing if you're looking for more than just a temporary visit.
And we can't forget the setting. Misty mountains, jungles, waterfalls. It sounds like an incredibly inspiring place to be.
Definitely.
Plus, let's be honest, the warm weather Nearly year-round in those gorgeous landscapes, big plus.
And then there's the practical side, again, the low cost of living.
Crucial.
Especially if you're earning in a stronger currency, say dollars or euros, it just makes the whole dream much more achievable for more people.
Right.
Your money simply goes further.
Gives you breathing room.
Exactly. Financial flexibility maybe lets you take a few more risks with a new venture.
But it's not only Chiang Mai pulling people in, right?
Right.
Thailand generally seems to have this broad appeal.
Oh, absolutely. Our sources definitely highlighted that the affordability factor stretches across much of the country. That's a huge draw.
And the Wi-Fi, because that's non-negotiable.
Generally good, yeah. Especially in the main hubs. Reliable enough for most remote work, which is, like you said, essential.
And just the size and buzz of the nomad scene itself creates this ready-made global community, doesn't it?
It really does. It becomes a place where you can find people who get it, you know? Find your tribe.
And the sheer variety of experiences Thailand offers. I mean, you've got ancient temples, incredible history.
Right, and then stunning beaches, mountains, vibrant cities. There really is something for almost everyone's taste.
It sounds like the Thai people themselves are a big part of the welcome, too. Our research mentioned their long history with tourism, their general openness to foreigners.
That welcoming vibe, yeah. It makes settling in that much easier, especially combined with the fact that you can still find familiar brands and goods if you need that touch of home.
Provides a bit of a comfort blanket.
Exactly, alongside all the new and exciting stuff.
Okay, and we absolutely have to talk about the food. The sources were almost lyrical, aromatic street foods dancing in the air.
Yeah.
Sounds incredible.
It really is a foodie heaven. From authentic, super flavorful Thai dishes to surprisingly good international options, you could eat something different every day.
And it's not all go, 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 is it? Thailand seems big on wellness, relaxation.
Definitely. Traditional Thai massage, spas everywhere, lots of yoga, meditation retreats. There's a strong focus on self-care, which is great for balancing out work stress.
And getting around the country. Sounds pretty easy.
Yeah, good network of buses, trains, lots of cheap domestic flights. Exploring beyond one city is very doable.
And those big festivals, like Songkran, the Water Festival, or Loy Krathong, getting involved in those must create a real sense of connection.
For sure. Opportunities to really immerse yourself and feel part of something bigger.
So it paints a really attractive picture. Let's just summarize some of those key advantages our sources flagged for nomads in Thailand. We've hit cost of living, weather.
Yes, and the amazing food consistently comes up as a major plus. It's not just fuel, it's a daily pleasure, part of the experience.
And that rich culture and history, the temples, the spirituality, it adds this whole other layer, doesn't it? Beyond just finding good Wi-Fi.
It offers genuine cultural enrichment, yeah. And the fact that the tourism industry is so well established means things generally run smoothly for visitors and residents.
And those active nomad communities, Chiang Mai, Phuket, Bangkok,
Yeah.
they seem crucial.
Absolutely essential for support, advice, networking, just feeling like you belong somewhere when you're far from home. It's a built-in social net.
Right. And all the co-working spaces, co-living places, cafes geared towards remote workers, they create that environment.
Fosters collaboration, connection. It's conducive to both getting work done and building relationships.
Which naturally sparks opportunities for networking, maybe even starting businesses together.
Being around other motivated, creative people can be really infectious, generate new ideas.
Okay, but it's important we look at the other side too. Our research definitely flags some real challenges.
Yes, absolutely. Need that balanced view.
And this seems like a big one. The legal stuff, visas, work permits. It sounds like you need to get that sorted before you even land in Thailand.
Critically important. Working illegally, even unintentionally, can lead to serious problems, fines, getting blacklisted. You really have to understand and follow Thai immigration rules. No shortcuts.
And the language barrier, that came up too.
It can be a hurdle, yeah. While you can get by with English in tourist spots, for deeper interactions, integrating more fully, knowing some Thai makes a huge difference.
And sometimes service quality, maybe internet outside the main hubs, can be a bit unpredictable.
It can add stress, definitely, if your income depends 100% on a rock-solid connection all the time.
Our sources also mentioned some general downsides. People cited air pollution sometimes, especially in the north during burning season.
Right, lack of privacy depending on your living situation, and for some, the political situation was a background concern.
And interestingly, despite those strong communities, feelings of isolation still creep in.
Yeah, That was a key finding. It can be a major reason why some people eventually leave. That sense of community is fantastic for many, but it doesn't replace deeper, long-term roots for everyone. The pull towards more established connections can be strong.
Okay, so Chiang Mai gets a lot of the attention, but where else in Thailand are digital nomads setting up shop, according to our research?
Well, Bangkok, obviously, the
Mm.
capital. Huge city, tons of networking, very dynamic scene.
Good for different time zones, too, I imagine.
Exactly. Though potentially higher costs for rent and co-working compared to Chiang Mai.
And if you want beaches.
Phuket comes up a lot. Beautiful coastline, but also a growing number of co-working spots and quite a tight-knit nomad community there.
Koh Samui.
More laid back, apparently. A bit slower paced. Good for people looking to unwind a bit more, but still need the infrastructure and community.
And Koh Phangan, surprising maybe,
Yeah.
known for the parties.
Yeah, but outside of the full moon party areas, it offers a more serene vibe, apparently. Yoga retreats, co-working, attracting a different crowd.
Hua Hin.
Seen as maybe less touristy, a quieter beach town option. Good for balancing work and coastal living without the intense crowds.
And one more off the beaten track.
Ubon Ratchathani, near Laos. For those really wanting to get away from the main nomad hubs and immerse themselves more deeply in local culture.
So quite a range of options within Thailand, really.
Definitely caters to different tastes and needs.
Now let's circle back to something you touched on, which seems absolutely vital. Community and networking.
Crucial. Our sources stress this again and again. It's the support system, the sounding board.
The place to find people who just get it.
Exactly, who understand the ups and downs of this lifestyle because they're living it too.
And Bangkok, especially, sounds like a real melting pot for this. Co-working spaces, social events, making connections seems easier there.
Yeah, lots of opportunities to forge relationships, both personal and professional. And mentorship comes up too, experienced nomads helping out the newcomers. That's huge.
But it's not just Bangkok, is it? It sounds like this network connects people across the country.
Right. People connect over shared activities, whether it's trekking near Chiang Mai or exploring temples down south. The community isn't just in one building.
And the benefits seem clear. Personal growth, understanding, real friendships.
And just knowing you're not alone on this path, that shared experience is powerful.
And finding these connections happens formally, like workshops, but also just informally.
Totally. Co-working spaces, sure, but also just chatting in cafes, bars, even libraries sometimes organize things, both structured and spontaneous opportunities.
And professionally, the networking sounds invaluable.
Absolutely. Interacting with people from diverse backgrounds, different skills, it sparks ideas, leads to collaborations, and shapes how the whole nomad movement evolves.
It even mentioned how just a casual chat in a cafe could lead to something bigger.
It really underscores that everyday interaction is part of building that community fabric.
Okay, so to kind of wrap up our deep dive here, Thailand, and often Chiang Mai leading the charge, has really cemented itself as this global digital nomad hub.
Yeah, for that compelling mix of factors, affordability, the culture, the community, the lifestyle, it hits a lot of the right notes.
But, as we've discussed, it's vital to remember the flip side. The practicalities, like visas, are serious business.
Absolutely. And the potential for isolation is real, even amidst a crowd. It's not just a permanent holiday, it's life with challenges.
And for you, listening in, whether you're maybe thinking about taking the leap yourself, or you're just curious about how work is changing, understanding what makes a place like Thailand tick for nomads offers real insight, doesn't it? Into that evolving landscape of work and our basic human desires for, well, freedom and connection.
It really does.
So finally, maybe a thought to leave you with. As this digital nomad trend just keeps growing, faster and faster it seems, with the world getting more connected.
Yeah.
How might our old ideas about work, about what community means, even how we travel, how might all that continue to shift? And what new opportunities or maybe new challenges could pop up as this lifestyle becomes even more, well, mainstream?
That's a big question. Definitely something to chew on.
It really is. Something to consider wherever your own path takes you.